West Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Minnesota Vikings. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
And 12 at the 23-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. They run with Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He was taken down at the 20.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv, and you run into a tough crowd.
Well, this one was tight end out on the right side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Here's the option, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Brought down behind the line.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Running for it, here's Cook, and he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
And at the 49-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
36-yard line.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
That's 34-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On play action, they'll throw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Herb Smith Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
It's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Dolphins 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's their third drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB, and it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And 9 yards to go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second.
On second down, Cook. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. Great job of tackling there to prevent the first down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
They'll set up a throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now back to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
We're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch.
On the 9-yard line.
They'll run with Cook, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up of 3. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Brings up second and goal.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Mike Evans, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
The pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On the ground, it's Cook. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Dolphins' 49-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And this one is right down the middle. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half.
This taken in about 4 yards deep.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
He was brought down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And Cook has it left side. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. at the 31-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Now Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He'll fire deep for Rager. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Called out a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
9-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
The 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
10 at the 25-yard line.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Watson. Trying to lay one up deep. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Vikings take over 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Airing this one out for Evans. He's got it in, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Airing this one out for Evans. It's caught at the 10. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Delvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
On 1st down, Watson. He'll fire it deep for... It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there for the Dolphins. And even 40 yards. From the red zone now, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
He'll look to throw. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Buying time to his left. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Quickly completed to the right flat. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They get this out left, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And it's
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. They'll take it on this side of midfield. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. That's caught on the right side at Smith. They'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt the return.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build up.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
To 7 yards. It's 2nd down. Today's final
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, it took a while, but they finally get that first win.